Hey, it's Ty actually. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm actually sending a offer right now, but I'm pretty good.
Awesome. What can I do for you?
So I don't know. I'm just like, okay. I mean, I'm reading through, the terminology on, things like subject to. I got a lot of notes down. Um, Sometimes I guess I don't know how to handle like objections. Like somebody says, like I sent you the other day. I think somebody said something about the corporate seller wants to know something about the buyer's end or if you inspected it or something like that. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. So I just leave it. Or I come to ask you, and I know yesterday you told me just to move on from that. Um, just really, I mean, I'm sending my 20 offers a day. I'm getting, I got somebody back getting back to me. I think her name is Whitley, and she was saying that she would write up the contract because
Okay.
her client is open to, financing offers. So she'll call me back around 12, I think. It's 1 o'clock, so it looks like I got to get back on her. But she said that she's open and she's gonna meet with the seller today about the terms. So moving forward from that, does she write the contract even though she said that she was willing to do that, or how do I go about that?
So that really depends. I mean, if the real estate agent's going to write the contract, that's absolutely fine. You just have
Okay.
to make sure that the contract is assignable. You have to make sure that the earnest money deposit is due on or before the end of the inspection period. And you want to make sure that you have at least a 7 business day inspection period.
Okay. So the earnest money needs to be. What did you say about the earnest money again? Sorry.
On or before the end of the inspection period.
On or before end of inspection. End of inspection. And so the inspection period, like, what is that exactly? Does that mean like? Does that mean somebody just needs to go out to the property and look at it?
No, oh, no. The inspection period is okay. So hold on. This is your first time wholesaling?
Yes.
Okay. So the inspection period is the time that you have to find a buyer.
Mm,
So the
okay.
contract says something along the lines of there's a X amount of dollars, $1,000, $3,000, $10,000, doesn't matter. EMD due. That's earnest money deposit. So before the EMD is due, because you're on the hook for putting that down, you need to find a buyer to take this deal. If you don't find a buyer in the inspection period, then legally the EMD is not due. You can cancel the contract and you're good to go. You're not on the hook for it. If you do the deal and you miss the inspection period, meaning it's 7 business days, and you're like, oh shit, here's the ninth business day, I forgot, you are legally on the hook for whatever the EMD was. So the inspection period is the time frame that you have to find a buyer to take the deal.
Okay. So time frame to find a buyer. So that's what it says on time frame to find buyer. So when you're putting up the contract, let's see, on Deal Sniper, and it says, oh, motherfucker. Because I know on the contract it says, let me move it forward. Closing date on or before. This one says 11/17, right? So that's when I would need to find the buyer before 11/17.
No, that's for the if you're looking at the place I'm thinking of, that's the close of escrow. What does it say
Okay.
exactly before the date?
Like it's just the terms and conditions. So like offer summary, purchase price, seller finance amount, monthly payment, and then term length. And after term length is closing date on or
Yeah,
before 11/17.
there you go. So yeah, the closing date would that's the date that the deal is done, everybody gets paid, keys are exchanged, paperwork's finalized, whatever. The inspection period is before that. So right now, that's what, 3 weeks away. So
Mm-hmm.
if you did the inspection period within 7 business days, which is just about two weeks calendar days, then your EMD would be due right around the 7th or 8th of November. So if you don't find
Yes.
a buyer by the 7th or 8th of November, I would cancel the deal. Otherwise, legally, you're on the hook for whatever the earnest money deposit is.
Mm. Okay, and so
Like
usually
that's
do they?
that's literally what the earnest money deposit is for. It's, hey, here's a deposit. I'm serious about buying your house. You can stop taking all other offers. And if I fuck up, then you get to keep this money for like me wasting your time. That's literally what it's for. So you need to be able to cancel before that is legally due. Otherwise, you're on the hook for it.
Okay. And so with the earnest deposit, do they set a date, or is that up to me to put a time frame on that? So it's always 14 days, or 7 to 14 days. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, the minimum that my team and that I tell people to take is 7 business days. Ideally, we want 14 business days because that turns into about 3 weeks to find a buyer. Now, granted,
Okay.
my philosophy is if you have a good deal, it should only take you a couple days to find a buyer. But if people are new, they don't know what they don't know, whatever, the more time, the better. I'd rather you have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Right. So, and with these terms, right? And let's say I lock it in. She's like, okay, yeah, let's make the contract. And is she going to put in, earnest money deposit is what is usually the earnest deposit on like a $200,000
Usually
house?
like 6 grand, most at the most.
Okay.
It's
So she
usually
would put that
one.
in the contract?
Yeah, it's usually 1 to 3% of whatever the purchase price is.
1 to 3% of the purchase price. 1 to 3% of purchase price. Okay. So yeah, pretty much it's just more so I guess the terms, and I'm reading through like just trying to figure out how to handle objections. So, and also about the mortgage, somebody says, "Oh, sorry, my seller's not looking for, creative financing terms right now because he still has a mortgage on the property." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, out of curiosity, how much more do they have to pay on it?" And then it's the price of the house. So how would you go? Would you leave it alone, or how would you go about that?
No, that's either a subject to or worst case scenario, a hybrid. So,
And okay,
question: have
well,
you been through my YouTube channel yet?
yeah, I think I was watching it with some dude on there. You guys were talking, he was asking questions, and that's where I got this from, like the balloon terms, the balloon ranges, the hybrid right here. Subject to terms is pretty much meaning making the mortgage payment for the seller, correct?
Correct. Yeah, I would recommend,
Okay.
and granted, I'm going to answer your questions right now, but there's going to be an aspect of question like you don't know what you don't know. So there's some questions that you may need to ask that you don't even know to ask yet. So I do recommend going through the majority of the channel. Is it a lot of content? Fuck yeah, it is. But if you consume it all and you understand it, nothing can stop you because I don't gatekeep. I give it all away.
Hell yeah.
So it's literally all there. You just have to watch it. But
Okay.
yeah, I will still answer your questions right now because I'm not stupid. There's a lot of fucking videos to go through. It's going to take a hot minute to find your answer. But just
For
know
sure.
that 99.9% of any question you have will be in there. And I try and label it as best as I can.
Okay.
But fire away.
So
Like whatever other questions you've got, go for it.
yeah, that's pretty much it, like the mortgage stuff. Because a lot of the sellers, or the agents will either ask me, "Hey, are you an agent?" Or I'm like, "No, I'm wholesaler." Like you in your channel, I've been wholesaling for 4 years, and I have about 12 buyers, and 3 of them are pretty serious about this, listing. So I'm ready to rock and roll if you are, type of deal. And they're like, "Okay,"
Perfect.
but my seller has a mortgage, yada yada yada. So then now I, have this hybrid. They
So
have a
when they
mortgage,
say
but
that they have a mortgage, typically I would respond with something like, hey, you know what? My fault. I didn't know that they had a mortgage. I'll tell you what, if you can get me the approximate mortgage balance, interest rate, and monthly payment, I can send you a new offer in about 20 minutes covering that mortgage also.
mm,
And then you just send like a subject to or hybrid offer, depending on which one applies better.
so how would you?
Especially if you find out, oh my God, if you find out that the purchase price is the mortgage balance, oh, you would be the seller's best fucking friend. Because now a lot of people don't get this. And this is some more advanced level shit, but whatever. You can handle it. You got it. Oh, how do I say it again? Because I look at your shit and I keep thinking it's Taya.
It's just Ty, but I go by Smooth, man. It's just Smooth. You call
Ty.
me Smooth.
Smooth?
Yeah,
Oh, that's sick as fuck. Let me ask you a quick question. When's your birthday?
4/22/98.
Oh my God. Are you an Aries?
I'm Aries Taurus cusp.
Okay, so my mother and my father. All right, I get the smoothness. All right, cool enough. I know how to talk to you now. So yeah, this might be a little advanced, but you can hang.
Hell
So
yeah.
when you have someone that has a purchase price that is the same
Okay.
as their mortgage, it's safe to assume, especially if it's on market. If it's on market, it's safe to assume that they already understand that when they come to the closing table, they're going to have to pay money. And here's why. All closing costs come out of the seller's proceeds. So if you don't have a mortgage, you're selling your house for $300,000, your closing costs, title, escrow, insurance, taxes, whatever the fuck, real estate commissions comes out of the 300,000, you get whatever's left. If you owe the same as what you're selling your house for, the mortgage company is taking whatever you sold the house for. You still owe title, escrow, taxes, insurance, your real estate agent. You still owe them about 2% of whatever your purchase price was for closing costs. But if someone were to do a subject to with you, not only will you cover the closing costs, you'll give them some fucking money to walk away. Instead of it costing someone, again, you said $200,000. Instead of it costing them 20 grand to sell their house that they have to come out of pocket with, fuck that. I'll give you 20 grand and I'll cover those goddamn closing costs. That's what you can tell the seller. Now you become their best fucking friend. You just save them. Not only did you save them 20 grand, you gave them 20 grand. That's a subject to.
Okay, so pretty much just ask them. So when they're talking about, my seller has, a mortgage, go ahead and follow up with that question as, okay, out of curiosity, how much do they owe on the place? And then that should determine my next answer, right? From what you just told me.
Yes, but the delivery needs to be better. You're not being like, hey, shit, could you please? No, fuck that. Tell me what it is, and I'll tell you what I can do. I'll send you a new offer covering that too. And you need all three. You need the balance of the mortgage, the monthly PITI, that stands for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. It's basically their entire monthly mortgage payment. Another word for that, since you're new, impound or impound account. So a lot of times what they'll do if it's separate, because some people, they'll have a mortgage and they'll say, okay, lump all my shit together so I can just pay every month. Some people say, okay, I'll pay my bank principal and interest every month, but then every quarter I want to pay my taxes, or every year I want to pay my taxes and insurance. That's an impound account. Just get it all. You need
so you said balance, monthly PITI,
and the interest rate.
And then like, what's like an example of like what they would like? Okay, boom. Okay, so here I'm giving this $200,000 house. They have a mortgage of 200,000. The balance, obviously, I just told you 200,000. What would the monthly PITI be? Is that like?
They have to tell you that because it's going to be 100% dependent on what their interest rate is, and
that tells you on.
You can go by prop wire, prop stream, batch leads. If it's an adjustable rate, it could change. Sometimes the information isn't current. I like to just get it from the seller or the real estate agent directly. At least I know it's current and up to date, because here's what you don't want. And I've seen this happen. I've seen people use the batch leads, the prop wire, the prop stream numbers, underwrite the deal thinking that everything is good, and then come to find out they get the mortgage statement from the seller and the interest rate's completely different. The PITI is completely different, and it fucks off the whole deal. But you've already promised these people that you can get the deal done. I'd rather just get it from the seller. Cover your own ass. You know what I mean?
Yep. So it says the total PITI plus HOA. It tells you in Deal Sniper. How accurate is that?
No. That's different. So do you see where it's here? Well, actually, fuck that. You can see my screen, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me show you one. Oh, that's not my screen. Hold on. Oh, Birmingham. That's where I live. Look at that. Okay, so when you are looking at the Deal Sniper numbers, it's giving you what's on the screen right now, not what's there. So, for example, here, actually, let me go back. You see how it says, does this property have a mortgage? I click no, because I have no fucking idea. I haven't talked to the seller. I haven't talked to the realtor yet. So I don't know if it has a mortgage. So I'm going to click no. So when it says total PITI, what it's giving you is it's giving you the monthly payment that we say that we would give them, plus the monthly equivalent to this number divided by 12 and this number divided by 12 added together, and it becomes this. So this is the proposed total PITI for the investor. This is not the PITI that the seller currently have for their mortgage.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, bet.
All right, cool. So that's pretty much what we'd be showing to the buyer on the other side, right?
Yeah, and just make sure you clean up your
Oh,
numbers.
for sure. And yep, I've been doing that after you told me that, and actually been getting people to actually answer. So that's good.
Yeah, my shit
So
always works sometimes.
hell yeah. So like, what is the biggest objective that you know, have went through and, seen success for? Like I said, my 20 offers today, I got my whole binder right now and I'm working while I'm working because I'm like, I'm serious about this shit. So like, what is the biggest objection that you have gone through that you could like show me or give me some, advice on, to save some time, but not success isn't obviously a time frame. It's how hard you work, but just something that I could learn a little quicker from that I'm seeing, quick results or just something type of different that I don't know right now. So watching your
Uh,
videos, I'm sending the offers, I'm putting, the balloons on the term length, um, calling him back from 3 to 5 days. I've been calling this whole, list back. And then, like I said, a lot of them are saying, either they're seriously not interested, but I got my first, agent to yell at me on the phone. Yay. He was like,
hey,
I'm not doing it.
get that
He's like,
shit out
I'm
of the
not
way.
doing it. Don't call me again. What's the number? I was like, hey man, can I build a report with you? Can I get your how about this? What's your name? What do you want? I'm not doing any offers. Just give me a damn number. And I was like, I just was laughing because
Yeah,
I didn't know how to like
there's
handle
not.
that. Like,
Okay, so based off the question that you asked me, I have like a three-part answer. Okay,
okay,
first one is consistency. And I
absolutely.
don't see an issue with that. Just in the few minutes we've been on this meeting, I don't see an issue with that. You're at work, right?
Hell yeah.
The second thing is uh, you have to understand internally that 95% of the people you talk to or send an offer to are going to say no. That's an
Okay.
internal thing you have to deal with. Everybody's got their own mechanism. When you're doing this type of marketing, wholesaling is got a bad rap. And then on top of that, creative financing, it's mainstream. Like it seems like it's all over the place to us because we're in it. So our feeds are wholesaling, creative finance, all this shit. Creative financing is not mainstream. It is not. I don't give a shit how many people Pace Morby has in this group. Most people do not know or understand what it is. And when you couple that with it's being introduced to you by a wholesaler who are not well liked because of shitty wholesalers, you're like ice skating uphill. It's an uphill battle. So that's one thing internally you have to understand. That's why I tell people 20 offers a day, 100 offers a week. Out of those 100 offers, only 5 or 6 people are going to respond positively, and only 2 or 3 of those are going to get under contract. It is what it is. You're going to get told no most of the time. But a lot of people miss the point. And the point is, and I'll get to the third thing, but the point is when you're using Deal Sniper, it's not to blanket a market or several markets with a bunch of offers. It's to find the agents, those 2 to 3 that do sign a contract with you, that understand that you're a wholesaler, they're okay with it. They understand it's creative financing. You either explain it to it properly or they already knew what it was and they're on board. And then you do what you say you're going to do with those agents. And then you build rapport that way. And they start just feeding you business. So there is no more Deal Sniper after that. Now you've got 2 to 3 agents potentially every week, week after week. That's 12 agents a month that you are building rapport with. Whether you get the deal done or not, you try and do what you say you're going to do. You be upfront, you be honest, you be professional. You're building rapport with them all of a sudden, and it happens like fucking clockwork. There's so many people on my team that I've trained, even people that are just in the Discord, like Sean. Oh my God, these agents are sending me deals, even though I told them like I couldn't do their thing. I'm like, were you honest? Were you upfront? Were you professional? Did you sound like you knew what the fuck you were talking about? Well, then, yeah, that's called mutual respect. So now they're going to start sending you business. They respect you. That's the
Hell
end
yeah.
goal. The end goal isn't to blanket every market with offers, offers, offers. It's to locate those 10 agents, whittle it down to 5. I tell people all the time, a good wholesaler and a good real estate agent together can do damage. You just got to
Hell yeah.
find those agents. And then you have to do what you say you're going to do so they understand that they're not wasting their time working with you. That's the point of Deal Sniper. That's the point of my channel, to learn how to interact with these people to build a business off of them where you guys are mutually making money together. That's the
Hell
point.
yeah.
So that's all you got to do. And then the third thing, you need a little bit of luck. There are some people who will send out 10 offers and 2 will get picked up immediately. That's not common. Shit didn't happen to me. It took me a year to get my first deal, and I'm fucking good at this. It took me a year. And you know what my first assignment fee was? It was like $1,700. I mean, big baller status. Like I was like, oh shit, I'm going shopping at Walmart. You know what I mean? Like I had like it was a big thing. I did it, but I didn't make shit from it. But everyone looks at me like I'm real good at this. I am good at this, but it takes time. You got to build that up. The only way you can fail is if you quit or do the same dumb shit over and over again.
Hell yeah. Good advice, man. Hell yeah.
That's it. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. Okay, my other question to you. So when it says estimated assignment fee, is that go to me? Is that the realtor's like cost, or what is that? What is that number?
All right, best guess. What do you think it is?
Estimated assignment fee. Probably the seller or the realtor.
No, that's all you.
Oh shit. Okay, well, because I know Calvin was saying.
Don't say oh shit yet. Hold on a minute. Let me show you some slick shit. A lot of people think that your nickname is Smooth, right? All right, let me show you some smooth shit. So
all right.
A lot of people, when they get into wholesaling, they think, oh, I'm going to go after $1 million property. That'll get me a big assignment fee. Bullshit. One, when you do properties that are super high on the purchase price, especially when it's on market, the balloon range that you have to give is so fucking high. Most agents and sellers are going to say no. No one wants to wait that long for their money. On $1 million property, you're looking at a 15 to 20 year balloon minimum for the buyers that I typically deal with. Nobody wants to wait that fucking long for their money. So if you want to go with properties that are going to move quick, where you don't have to go uphill, go for the lower purchase price. Sub $250,000, like this one, $245,000. Perfect. Because you can give a 2, 3 to 7 year balloon and a buyer will still take it because the purchase price is low. But if you want to know how to make money wholesaling, creative finance, it's all on the down payment. Investors will typically buy about 10 to 12% of the purchase price as their entry fee. That's including your assignment fee. That's including the down payment to the seller. That is not including closing costs. So this is geared for 10%. $245,000, 10% is $24,500. You follow me?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay. So if we give them, the seller, $15,000, the leftover of that same 10% is $9,500. That goes to us.
Oh.
What if the seller says, I want $20,000? Okay, well, that means that you could probably safely make about $4,500. What if you are super smooth and you're able to sell them a deal and you're like, hey, you know what? $10,000 down. Now you're making $14,500 and you're still within the same 10% maximum that the buyer usually wants. The buyer doesn't give a fuck where the 10,000 or the 10% is going. That's just the most they're willing to pay. Shit, I got people on my team who are doing like 0%. That means that on this deal, zero down. And that means on this deal, if you're able to negotiate 0 down, you're making $24,000. Now, assignment fees are not typical. This is just what trends show. Honestly, I tell my people and the people that I train, the people on my team, shoot for anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 per deal for an assignment fee. Give or take, you should be good.
Hell yeah.
As long as you're fitting and following the rules, the SOPs for creative deals, $8,000 to $10,000 is completely fair.
Wow. Okay. Well, have you had somebody do that, like on no like down payment? Because the seller's obviously, I feel like, gonna want some money down. I just feel like, I mean, shit. You want my house, motherfucker, and no payment down? Yeah, get out of my face.
Well, that's the thing. It depends. You got to shift your mindset a little bit. It's never about the price. It's always about the motivation. It's always about the pain point. If someone has had their property listed for 120 days. They're paying taxes, they're paying insurance, they're paying utilities. They're trying to get this fucking thing sold. It's headache after headache after headache. And I bring this option and say, hey, look, not only will I take care of the taxes, the insurance, the maintenance, I'll buy this thing from you. I'll give you $20,000 over what you're asking, and I'll get you all paid off in 5 years. People will say yes to that, depending on the situation. My boy Shane on my team closed one. It wasn't zero down, it was like 2% down. It's like $5,000 down. He's going to clear like $18,000 on this next assignment fee. So, yeah, it's entirely possible. Shit, the
This
holy
is why I
grail,
keep
the
going,
unicorn,
man.
no interest, no payments. That's I don't
Hell
think
yeah.
anyone has ever closed one of those.
Yeah, that's sick. So always stay, 10% or less, because then that's going to be your bigger down payment. And
Yeah,
sometimes
and
even if, like you said, longer on the market, then shit, they're just willing to just give you the house, on the correct terms. So
yeah, I would
that's
definitely recommend going through the conversation to close, like that YouTube channel, and just watch.
absolutely.
All the trainings are recorded, specific questions are answered, live underwrite. I mean, there's a lot of shit in there. And again, I could do this all day long, your entire lunch break, but you don't know what you don't know in order to ask what you need to ask to the questions and the answers that you need. So you need to I would say, consume that information. Even if you don't get all of it, that's fine. Write some questions down, schedule another one-on-one. We'll jump in, I'll answer the questions. But at least
Hell yeah.
it'll be targeted. That's what you need. You need targeted.
Right, right. All right, man. Hell yeah. I appreciate you. That's, more information that I just walked away with knowing. So I do appreciate that. I didn't know that, as a mortgage, because I was really confused on the mortgage stuff. So you pretty much answered that, really study that, implement it, and like you said, consume it. So then it really makes sense. It's going to make more sense when I'm hands on with these sellers talking to them or these agents talking to them. And I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's what he was saying. Oh, it's written down. That makes sense. So, yeah, the more I do it, the more it's going to make sense. And hell yeah, man, I appreciate you.
Not a problem. Any other questions I can answer for you before I let you go?
Um, Dang, not at the moment. Just it was really just about the mortgage. And just people were asking, if you're a wholesaler, or what company do you work for? Like, I
I
don't know.
would
I don't know what company I work
definitely.
for.
Have you gone through the cheat sheet channel in the Discord?
Yeah, I just screenshotted something that it was a long one. It was saying, I forgot what it said, but it was a long text message that you posted, and after I asked you that, I went and scrolled, and I think that was the right one to respond back to. I don't remember exactly at the top of my head, but I believe I have been going through that and writing my notes. That's how I figured out about the balloons and how to handle objections from, agents, balloon terms and balloon ranges and ROI and cash on cash returns and stuff like that. So gonna keep on studying that, screenshotting that, and yeah, I'm just learning. I'm hungry to learn. That's it.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
thing that I would definitely recommend is, even if it's once a day, read through the entire cheat sheet channel,
Okay.
because it's going to help you navigate. Now, granted, that's the way that I talk. Not everybody talks the way that I talk. I'm crazy. But if you understand what I'm saying, like if you ask questions or whatever you don't get, once you actually understand what is being said, then you can say it the way you need to say it. And that's going to be literally your blueprint for navigating phone calls with real estate agents. And then, sellers with a little bit of tweaking. That's more real estate agent focused. But yeah, that's a great way to understand and navigate any type of realtor issues, because it's all there. It's my answers. That's exactly what I say, and everyone uses it, and like 80% of the time it works.
Heard on that. And my last question to you is, so when you have it under contract, do you drop do your, what do you call the mentees? Do they drop most of their deals in here and find success, or do they go to Facebook Marketplace, or where are they finding the buyers? So I know I'm not like, oh shit, I have this thing under contract. What do I do?
It's usually one or two things. So I always recommend, until people really like, until the lenses of how you're looking at deals changes, and this is the only thing I do want you guys to copy from me, because I also buy properties. I look at deals as a wholesaler and as an investor. So I've got one foot on both sides. Until you guys get that, which I'll teach you, I recommend that before you lock a deal under contract, just shoot me a couple screenshots and maybe jump on a call with me so we can double make sure and underwrite it. And in doing that underwriting, I'll do two things. One, I'll tell you if it's a good or bad deal. Yes, lock it up, or maybe not. And then two, I'll let you know if I've got any investors that would take that deal, and then we can just JV. Other than that, there's again videos on my YouTube. I think there's 2 or 3 of them that show you step by step how to disposition your own deal if you don't want to JV with anyone. And yes, you can absolutely drop it in the Drop Your Deal channel. We add like incognito buyers, incognito buyers to the Discord like every month. So, they don't label themselves because they don't want all you guys hitting them up like, oh, look at this deal, look at this deal. But all of them do monitor the Drop Your Deal channel. So if you drop your deal there and they like it, they'll hit you up like, hey, I'll take this deal.
Okay. And so what's JV? Sorry, what's JV mean?
Oh, joint venture. So what that means is we both do half of the deal. So in this situation or this scenario, you would be the acquisitions person to lock it up under contract, and my team would be the disposition portion to bring the buyer so that we can actually close the deal. And then we just split the profit, usually 60-40. You get 60, we get 40.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And that is 100% not required. That's just what most people who are new, that's what they do.
Absolutely. Some money is better than no money. So,
hey. And I would definitely recommend going through the YouTube channel because there's 2 videos showing you exactly how to disposition your deals yourself.
Okay, absolutely. Hell yeah. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, man.
Not a problem.
All right. Thank you.
Anything else?
Like I said, I do have that lady Whitley, and she said she is willing to move forward. She's just talking to her seller. I'm gonna give her a phone call and see if she, ran through that with the seller. So is it okay if I do send you a screenshot of what, Deal Sniper is saying, so you can plug some stuff in to see if it even makes sense or not?
I would put it into the deal machine calculator and send me those screenshots.
And yeah, I don't even know what that is. Deal machine. Like, what the hell is that? That's a whole new app I didn't know about.
No, that's this. It's in the man, y'all motherfuckers never check the Discord. It's in the Discord under
sorry.
That's all right. I'm old as hell. Like it's whatever. I'm not surprised by shit. In the Discord, on the left side, it literally says deal machine calculator. That's this calculator right here. It's just a Google spreadsheet, but it will literally underwrite any deal for you. And if you go on, hold up, you want me to make it bigger?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You need glasses, motherfucker? Put some glasses on.
No, does that work on this little ass phone?
Oh, all right, fair enough. I was about to, man, sorry, I wear
usually
glasses.
I'm on my laptop.
I was about to talk mad shit, but it's okay. I can talk about it. I wear glasses. Shit, I'm old. But yeah, this will literally underwrite every deal for you. You just plug the numbers in on my YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist showing you how to use this. And it'll tell you your MAO for cash deals, on the market, off market. It'll underwrite BRRRR deals, seller finance, hybrid, sub-2, novation, multifamily, and even portfolios.
Okay, it's time to hop on this laptop and do that shit. All right, cool.
So, but yeah, that's what I would do. Push come to shove, once if the real estate agent says, yeah, my seller said we'll move forward, whatever the fuck, they just hit me up and we'll jump back on. I'll underwrite the deal live right here, and then we'll figure out what the numbers actually look like. That way you'll know before you get anything locked up under contract. I don't want you to look stupid getting a deal locked up that you're not going to be able to move.
Okay, hell yeah. All right, I'm about to make that call, and then I'll let you know how it goes.
Awesome possum. Talk to you later.
All right.